You're watching a production of Comcast CN 900, your home for local sports, news, and entertainment.
When Charles Woodward designed the streets of Detroit after the fire of 1814, he created 6 main spokes out of the center of the city: Woodward Avenue, Michigan Avenue, Grand River Avenue, Gratiot Avenue, Jefferson Avenue, and Fort Street. Gratiot Avenue was the route that led to Fort Gratiot, which became Port Huron. The basic trail traffic grew when this avenue was turned into a plank road with a toll of 1 cent for each horse. Mount Clemens was becoming a destination on the way to Fort Gratiot, and about halfway there was a little village named Halfway, where the stagecoaches stopped. The amazing growth of this stop quickly qualified Halfway for city status. In 1929, the name was changed to yet another descriptive title: East Detroit.
They were outside of Wayne County, they were in Macomb County, and they were not Detroit. They were East Detroit. That was the city name that they took on at some point in time, probably because everybody referred to the area as part of the eastern part of Detroit, or East Detroit.
Gratiot Avenue was the gateway to what would be known as the Eastside. East Detroit grew as the population continued to travel down Michigan Highway 3. With great automotive-related jobs and plenty of affordable single-family housing, East Detroit was a great place to own a business and raise a family. Yet another name change was in store.
And then it was East Detroit, and then it was East Point, which a lot of people have the misunderstanding that there was this huge groundswell of people who wanted it changed, and really it was just a small group of dedicated people who kept putting it on the ballot until there was kind of an off year, I think a May election, and it passed. And so I do know that it was quite costly to the city to have to change everything.
You have more of a blue-collar, hard-working population in both cities. People are real, people are nice, people are upfront with you, they're honest. I just think that would probably be one of the main reasons and draws to bring you here, if that's what you're looking for.
Just north down Gratiot Avenue on the other side of 10 Mile is the city of Roseville. It's hard to tell when East Point ends and Roseville begins, as the cities are so similar and share the thriving Gratiot business district.
I see it still as a thriving city, businesses continually wanting to come here. There's a lot of commerce, there's a lot of business in the area, a lot of very big businesses in the area, but still there's a lot of small businesses in the area, and there's a lot of traffic, which is good for business, and whenever there's a lot of traffic and a lot of business, there's a lot of people. So, people still want to live in Roseville, they still love the area, and I see that it continually growing and continually thriving in 10 years.
Well, I think you're going to have great exposure. We definitely have a very dense population in both cities. We have a lot of main thoroughways, a lot of main roads that connect the cities. I just think you'll get great exposure, and I think you have great clientele. People are really receptive to the businesses in the area.
I grew up in South Warren, and then my mother moved a little north to Sterling Heights, and then she bought a campground way up north. And so it was after college. Detroit was a little too expensive between the redlining of the car insurance and the property taxes. So I was looking for something affordable, but still had that, brick home, really well made homes. And East Point was just perfect.
When you think of East Point, you think of restaurants, you probably think of Cloverleaf, number one. It's, the original Detroit recipe pizza. The owners moved, I believe, from Buddy's sold that business and moved to East Point and started their restaurant here. And it's been here for a very, very, very long time. There's a great history there. I know a little bit about Villa, that it's been there a long time as well. People from East Point and Roseville and the surrounding area will tell you it's probably one of the best Italian food around.
These two cities coexist as the East Side and celebrate the road that made it all happen, Gratiot Avenue. The Cruise in Gratiot week-long event celebrates automotive history along the famous M3 Gratiot Avenue.
The big thing I know about the Gratiot Cruise is that it has its own dedicated cruising lane, which I'm not a car person myself, but amongst cruisers that seems to be a big deal. It's pretty much a feature event of the city. You know, people come from all over to cruise in up and down Gratiot. It has a lot of nostalgia, a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Well, as a car lover and a car owner myself of old vehicles, the Gratiot Cruise is a gem of the East Side. It's not super congested. It's still very small community, lots of fun, lots of cars, lots of people, and everybody just has a good time. And I think the cruise is really a gem of East Side. And now with this is the first year that East Point and Roseville actually joined forces in having one larger cruise, and it was fantastic. A lot of fun, a lot of nice cars.
It is clear that the East Side is much more than just the business on Van Dyke, Mound, or Gratiot Avenue. It is a unique community full of cars, civic pride, and a special place in American history. The East Side is a great place to visit, work, or raise a family, and it definitely has the Michigan edge.
In today's global business environment, companies need to reduce risk and protect assets with many levels of corporate intelligence gathering. Mackinac Partners business intelligence, due diligence, investigations, and corporate security practice can help businesses and investment firms avoid or mitigate risks. Mackinac Partners services are performed by experienced former Secret Service and FBI personnel that can identify vulnerabilities and respond to financial concerns, reputational issues, and cyber threats. Make informed decisions with Mackinac Partners.
The only way to get better is to challenge yourself, and that's what we're doing at Xfinity. We are challenging ourselves to improve every aspect of your experience, and this includes our commitment to being on time, every time. That's why if we're ever late for an appointment, we'll credit your account $20. It's our promise to you. We're doing everything we can to give you the best experience possible. Because we should fit into your life, not the other way around.